It's all black and white TV, and it's the regular Wednesday night. It's the Dynamic Duo with me and John. Good evening, John. Hope you're well.
Big up to you, Tony. How you doing? Hope you're fine. Thanks for having us on again. Yeah, just jumped off Macy's Shore and on to yours as well.
Oh, thanks. So guys, I'll just put that on. If you like what you see, then please hit the like button, as it makes the channel more visible in the search. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, as it helps the channel grow and it's free to do. Finally, hit the bell button. That will notify you when I'm live or put a pre-recorded video on and any upcoming shows. Thank you very much. Yeah, so guys, thank you for that. Please like and subscribe. Absolutely fantastic for everybody that does so far as well. Before we get into the show, because we've got a lot to talk about, it's going to be a busy night, I think. John's got something he wants to put out there, so I'm going to hand over to John now. Right, the stage is yours, mate, and
thank you.
The stage is yours, mate, so off you go.
Thank you. I'm keeping you as long as well, but again, that I sent a tweet out earlier on to Macy, like open say that I've got on Macy's Shore at 5:30 and discuss England, Senegal as well, and combined 11. So I sent a tweet out, right, just a quote retweet and just let them know I'm on the show. And then there's one at 6:30 called The Truth at King Con Bendy, right? And it's not the first time he's done this. Apparently, she tweeted and said, is she the controversial one, John? I said, no, she's not, right? Just back off basically, sort of enough's enough, right? She's softened enough. I'm going to make this pretty clear, guys, right? If anyone upset Macy, because Macy, I regard as one of my best friends on the channel, alongside Lord Link, Kim, who's a Man U fan, she's best known for 10 years online. Anyone upsets Macy, right? Then let's be real, you got me to deal with, yeah? Because I'll tell you something now. Macy was pretty upset after the show, and you know what? She said she didn't deserve it as well. Also, I'll go with her mate Nick as well, Super Nick as well. And I tell you something now, right? These trolling and bullying needs to stop right now because Macy has suffered enough. And I'll tell you something now, right? It's going to come to a point where you're going to lose our podcast as well for this as well. Because I'm telling you now, if that ever happens, then believe you and me, then we'll find you, we'll embarrass you on social media, and you may get hiding because there's things you're not going to like or going to write it out. But back off Macy, back off the podcasters. If you don't like the channel, just move on. That's it.
Yeah, thanks for that. I thought I'd put you on solo layout, John, just to...
thanks, Tony.
Just so you could put that out there. Yeah, guys, it's sad what's happening, and there's no room for it really, and there's no need. I mean, a young girl like her shouldn't have to put up with crap like this. To be fair, she's doing something she loves for her team as well, and the fact is, I mean, it's one of these. If it gets too much, she could turn around and say, "Do you know what? Sod this, I'm off. I don't need this," and that shouldn't happen. It should be the fact is she should be able to continue what she's doing and shouldn't have to put up with any stress from anywhere outside as well. So thank you for that statement, John. And
no problem.
Yeah.
Even right, Paul had it before as well, by the way, because he had a lot of stick as well, by the way, when he started before. People try to drive him off and people calling this and that and Toba. And I tell you, I was filming as well because Paul is a good guy, right? He's come a long way. Right, Paul, if you're listening, mate, right, on the channel, I'm sure you are. Listen, you're a good guy. We love you lots. Keep doing your thing, right? And hate the haters. Don't let them tell you what to do. Ignore them, right? And just carry on what you're doing. And if they don't like it, tough.
Yeah, absolutely. So, guys, so for tonight, I'm doing something totally different on our show, which we don't normally do. So, I've put the link in the chat. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask people if they want to come on for 5 minutes, give their views of last night's England game against Wales. So if you want to come on, have your say. If you're brave enough to come on camera, have your say. If you're not brave enough to be on camera, you could still come on and have your say, but press the stop cam option like this, and then you can talk from behind the camera. So it's totally up to you. If you'd rather put your comments in the chat, then that's absolutely fine. I respect either way, whichever way you want to do it. So you can come on, have your say, have your 5 minutes of fame, and we can talk about your thoughts on last night's game, because it was a terrific game last night, which we're going to delve into as well. First of all, we've got a comment from I Like Coffee. He says, "Good evening, John, Tony, John, and all. Good evening to you, mate." And he says, "Ben White's left the England squad and won't be returning. Does another player get called up?" Right, yes, Ben White has gone for personal reasons, so we don't know what's going on there, but just hope everything's all right when he gets home. But I think now we're getting to the knockout stage. I think getting a replacement now would be too late. So I don't think... so I don't think we'll be getting another player in. That's for sure. And Bia Viking, good evening to you, mate. Hope you're well. He says Southgate makes Bruce look like an attacking dynamic genius.
Exactly.
Nice one.
Brilliant.
So yeah, I mean, last night, the game against Wales, John, it was a great game. We were in it in that first half. We were attacking Wales. We were going at them strongly. You could see there was intent from England. We upped the intensity last night. And Wales were playing mostly on the back foot in that first half. Yes, Joe Allen had a snapshot towards the end, but that was never going to trouble Pickford at all. That was way over the bar. And then, we thought half-time 0-0. We thought, oh, okay, it's a 0-0 draw. It's one of these, because if it stays 0-0 too long, Wales may think, oh, well, if we snatch one, we'll get through. Depend on the Iranian result. But, after the game we played on Friday night, last night I thought we played a heck of a lot better. It was a different game altogether. We were just absolutely rampant last night, I thought, against Wales. If I'm honest, John, we could have scored more. 50 minutes came and we get a free kick, which when you watch the replays, Phil Foden bought it. Well, the referee bought it. Phil Foden sold it to the referee, didn't he? Basically, he wasn't really hardly touched, but he went over and we got a free kick. And then Marcus Rashford steps up, takes a free kick, bang, in the back of the net. You could say Danny Warden, the Wales goal, was probably at fault as well, because he should have been near it. But I thought it was a terrific strike from Marcus Rashford. And by the way, guys, this is the first free kick scored in a World Cup since Kieran Trippier's strike in the semi-final against Croatia in 2018. So we have scored the first direct free kick in this World Cup. So that mantle belongs to England now. But it was a terrific strike from Marcus Rashford. Thought he did really well. Then went off on his celebration as well. Absolutely fantastic. And then done a nice touch for his friend who passed away on Friday when they were playing the USA. A lovely touch from Rashford to do that as well. And then within a minute, the Wales had backline, were passing the ball, trying to play out. And Ben Davies got caught with a ball and it got passed to Kane. Kane whipped a cross in. And then, like I say, within a minute, this guy pops up, Phil Foden, scores the goal. Another terrific goal. It was a terrific finish from him as well. And I thought this is a guy we were all shouting for. Get him back in the team, get him in the team. Comes in the team, scores a goal. He can't be dropped now, unless his performance has dropped. But I thought he had a terrific game as well last night. I thought Rashford was terrific as well. I thought he had a great game last night. And when we the team we had out as well, that was an attacking lineup as well. What we put out there was changes made to that. Once we were 2-0 up, we made some substitutes. Callum Wilson came on amongst them as well. He then was shouting for the ball off Rashford, but Rashford scored and got the third goal for England and his second of the night. I thought, again, some people were saying, "Oh, was Rashford being a bit greedy, not passing it to Wilson?" But then, if you've got the confidence to have a go, which he did do. But I thought Wilson had a terrific time when he was on the pitch. He done quite well, won a free kick as well. We could have easily won that game 5-0 if I'm honest with you, and it wouldn't have been an embarrassment to Wales because it would have just been how well we actually played. But going forward in the World Cup, that's how Southgate's got to start playing now, like that. We've got to keep playing like that now, because if we keep playing like that, we could demolish a few teams in this World Cup. I mean, Senegal might look at that and think, wow, hang on, we could be in the firing line on Sunday for this. So let's go out and keep the same attacking intensity and pressing, because if you watch when Wilson comes on, the first thing Wilson's doing is press, because he's used to that under Eddie Howe at Newcastle, and he's bringing it into the England team. And then we saw Luke Shaw taking off and Kieran Trippier came on as well. I know some people were a bit unhappy Trippier not starting. I didn't think Kyle Walker played particularly well, if I'm honest. But I think it was nice to give Trippier a rest, because personally, and I'm probably going to be biased here and greedy, but I don't want to see any of our players get injured. So I'm not worried if they're not starting, if I'm honest, because it means they come back to club fit. But I thought Trippier did well when he came on. I mean, John, what was your thoughts on last night's game before I bring the first guest on?
Yeah, look, in the first half, I mean, the intent was there. I didn't think it was that great. I thought at times, I thought our pass has been a bit poor. It's been a bit of long ball as well. I'm thinking typical England again. And look, the team lineup was fine, no questions. Great to Foden come in, which is great, and Rashford as well. I'm glad they came in, because Southgate had to change it up, yeah. Stuck with the same 4-3-3, which is good. And I thought Wales wasn't that great, to be fair. I mean, look, they just sit back and try to hit us on the counter. Gareth Bale, disappointed again. I expect a lot more from this guy. But I'm afraid it's wrong side of 30. And but in the second half, we definitely stepped up. I mean, you just mentioned the free kick was absolutely sublime from Rashford in the top corner, leaving Danny Ward no chance. But I hope Danny Ward plays against us for Leicester on Boxing Day, because we're going to rough him up as well. Definitely going to rough him up. I hope we do, because I don't think he's that good a keeper, to be fair. He's Harry, but not for me. And then the second goal, you said Wells played it out back again, got caught out, and then Foden finished it off as well at the far post, which I'm pleased for him because he deserves a goal. And I think he's going to come on. He's got to be in that team now, Tony, all the time. It could have been a lot more. But Rashford's got a lovely goal as well. And Ashley Nuts, the goalkeeper as well, in the back of the net. Second goal of the season. The third goal of the tournament. And it could have been more. John Stones, how did he miss that? Fired it over from 5 yards. It's just unbelievable. I'm glad that we won that game, that game wrapped up. But Wales had chances as well. I think Joe Allen with that shot, which I think Pickford saved, and Daniel James went for the curling shot, went past the post. But other than that, I thought we looked tight the second half. Do you know what I mean? And Tony, and we have to step up now. We got the win, but we need to step up and play a lot better last night. But we got to step up against Senegal as well, which I think is going to be a physical game. But I still think England come through that, by the way. I really do, because they're bad and missing Manny. And it's Giza Gueye is banned as well for that game as well. Mendy and goals having a good season at the minute with Chelsea. But at the end of the day, right, I mean, happy with the win, Tony, and we move.
Yeah, absolutely, John. I mean, I know people are talking about Harry Kane. He's not bringing a lot to the team, but to be fair, I mean, that cross he put over for Phil Foden was on a plate. I mean, you know, no defence is going to get near a cross like that. And that's the sort of cross you dream of for putting a chance in the back of the net with. Other than that, yes, he didn't really do much, but he did contribute because he pulled up with that assist as well. But, I mean, he's obviously going to start the games anyway, isn't he? Because he's England captain, and Southgate's going to, you know, I mean, would you rather see Wilson start against Senegal? I would like to, but I don't think that'll happen. But again, I think if we go 2-0 up or whatever, I think he might do that, take him off and put Wilson on, give Wilson more The good thing he did last night was when he was bringing subs on, because we had 6 substitutes because they had a concussion sub last night because Nico Williams went off. And again, this is another thing I'm going to come out with, John, right? Because I'm just getting sick of this now. But again, we seen it last night. Nico Williams got a head injury and he carried on. Why are these medical teams allowing players to carry on? We had it with the Iranian goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Then he stood up and he looked like a boxer who had just been knocked, and he was like, all over the place, and they had to be taken off, which made no sense whatsoever. Now they're saying apparently the goalkeeper, it was down to Carlos Queiroz because he told his medical team, you keep him on that field, I don't want him off. And if that's the manager overruling the medical staff, then I'm sorry, the manager needs to be sacked because he should not be doing that. And then the same last night with Nico Williams. The physio, Simon Connolly, used to be a footballer as well. Why didn't he say, no, we need to get you off now? Instead, let him play on for a little bit and then took him off. I mean, it's just getting beyond the joke now, John. I think somebody needs to overrule these. I think what there should be is there should be an independent doctor at the games. So, like, you haven't got, like, the England doctor or the Welsh doctor. It's an independent doctor. He can come on, do his checks, and he makes the decision. He stays on or he's off. And if he says he comes off, you've got to take him off. I think that's the way forward. But the problem is will teams agree to that? That's the thing. I mean, but it's just, I mean, this is where things like early onset dementia and things like this are coming from now, and it's coming out more and more.
I agree.
And head injury, when you have a head injury, you shouldn't take chances. You get that player off. Exactly. I mean, that ball hit him full belt as well from Rashford. It wasn't just like a tap shot. It was really full belt on the top of the head as well. So the need to get a grip of this and the need to start clamping down on these players. And what it shouldn't be player power. It should be, no, I know it's a World Cup, and I know Nico Williams was probably thinking it's a game against England. It's a local derby in a World Cup on the biggest stage, and he didn't want to come off. I can quite understand that. I'm looking at that from his point of view. But then if you look at it from a medical point of view, he should have been brought off. That's the thing. I mean, guys, get your thoughts in the chat. I mean, do you think with these head injuries, do you agree with what I'm saying? Do you think there should be an independent doctor at the game so they can make a decision and overrule the medical staff of either side? Because it's getting to a stage now, we need to start looking after players when they're getting these head injuries. But let me know, get your thoughts in the chat, because it'll be interesting to find out what you say. I'll go through a few comments and then I'll get our first guest on. Gary says, compared to the USA, it was last night, lads. We should have probably done 4 or 5, really, if we wanted to. Stones, like you say, should have scored, John.
Exactly.
That was a miss and a half, wasn't it, really?
Well, it just can't be missing that.
He knew as well, John, didn't he?
He did, because that was a guilty chance there. And that's how it is. But luckily, we won the game. And back on that, the clash of heads, so I'll tell you quickly, right? But you're absolutely so right. Yeah. Something needs to be done now. It can be on a joke. And if there are clash of heads, then you should come off the pitch straight away. Also, you should miss the next game as well. A 10-day rule. And that's how it should be. But it doesn't seem to work in the World Cup, doesn't it? Crazy.
Well, Iran played the goalkeeper that got a head injury against us last night.
Yeah.
He played, John. I thought it was a 10-day rule.
Yeah. I mean, they just
to me, that's not 10 days.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
absolutely
right.
Ridiculous. Something needs to be done. That need to bring a rule in. Probably next season, maybe, and make it clear.
Yeah. Even in the Premier League, John, have an independent doctor.
100%, man. 100%. Because, look, it's in the players' welfare. Do you know what I mean? And you've got to be right to play in the game. Clash hates it. He'd not reach, get off that pitch, take 10 days, right? As a rule, and then you come back a better player, because you can't play with concussion. What happens if you collapse 10 minutes later? Do you know what I mean? That could very well happen. Yeah. It doesn't look good. It's not even a good look when that happens, Tony, because look, end of the day, right? I mean, it's all about health and safety. And unfortunately, right, they just basically you got to trust the player. Well, no, it's not right. You're off that pitch. Simple as that. Doesn't matter who you are. You get off that pitch for your own interest, the best interest. You know what I mean? And then take 10 days off, and then come back on a better player. No, they need to see that again. They need to see that as well. Works in the Premier League.
Yeah, absolutely, John. I mean, I like Coffee says, to be honest, I didn't watch the England game. I was more enjoying the watch along, laughing. Vacant says Kane should be dropped. Does not lead the press. Barely contributed far too deep. Yeah, he's playing like a midfielder, isn't he? I don't know what's going on here. It's not really great.
You know what it is, right? I mean, Southgate's the defensive manager, right? Harry Kane, when he drops back, it's like 10 central defenders on the pitch. He doesn't need to do that. He should stay up front, and that's it. His job is to hold the ball up and bring other players in the play. Simple as that. But no, he's got to drop back deep, and it does not look right. Do you know what I mean? Too defensive. But I hope now, it's knockout football now in the last 16. I want to see us play open attacking football. Give it a go. Give our fans what we want. It's be excitement. Even Tunisia today played a 5-4-1, and he took the game to France. They were more attacking than France.
Yeah. I mean, France made a lot of changes today as well.
That is the thing. That's the thing.
I mean, Vacant says, free kick went in due to bad goalkeeping. Should have been saved, far too low. Sunday League keeper, does he play for the Dog and Dug? No, he plays for Leicester City, and he used to play for Liverpool apparently. Before then. Yeah. He was the reserve goalkeeper, but he was at fault for that. He should have been nearer that, and he probably would have saved it, to be fair. But at the end of the day, doesn't matter. It went in. England's got the win. That's the main thing. We topped the group, and we won the group, and we won it handsomely. We scored 9 goals in 3 games, and so that's an average of 3 per game goals, which isn't bad. We've conceded 2, a +7 goal difference and 7 points. Do you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. That's a good World Cup, because that shows you getting out the group stage with confidence. And we went back into that game on a decent run last night, because we played a lot better than we did Friday. Had we played like that Friday, the USA would have disappeared, because we would have hammered them, no doubt about it. We would have won against them 2 or 3-0 as well on Friday. Had we played like that, and that's where it comes to it. But we're through, and that's the main thing. And we play Senegal on Sunday evening at 7 p.m, which is on ITV1, by the way. BF also says they should make a temporary substitution, do the assessment, and then see yes or no. Yep, I totally agree. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad thing. Say a 10-minute substitute comes on, and while he's being assessed, and then if for any reason they say no, he can't carry on, then right, okay, that's already on, stays on the field and plays the rest of the game. So I totally agree with that. Leslie says, hi all late again. Hi to you, Leslie. Yeah, Leslie, we're just discussing last night's England game. I mean, what was your thoughts on it? We thought it was a lot better than what it was Friday night, that's for sure. We made Wales look really ordinary. Also, talking about head injuries, I mean, again, last night we saw it with Nico Williams. I mean, what's your thoughts, Leslie? I mean, I've said maybe there should be an independent doctor there that tells them no, he has to come off or whatever. Because again, we saw Nico Williams playing on like the Iran keeper did. It's just getting beyond the joke, because this is players' lives you're putting at risk as well. And head injuries should be treated with the more serious of attitudes as well. But yeah, get your thoughts in the chat, please. And Leslie says, boring first half, but great to see the shift in the second half. Yeah, we just shifted it up in the second half, didn't we?
Yes.
And but mind saying that, I think Wales played. They basically were parking the bus, Wales, because they didn't want to concede. That was what was wrong with them. And I did say, I think I put on Macy's as well, watch along. But I did say if we get the first goal, I think Wales will cave in, because they'll have to come out and play. And it's exactly what happened. We scored first and they had to come out and play. And because it dilly-dallied with the ball at the back and made so many errors, that's how we nipped in and got the second goal. And Ben Davies, of all players, should know what Harry Kane's capable of. And you could see the look on Ben Davies' face afterwards, because he sort of looked as if to say, I know what happens here, because this is what Harry Kane does best, you know. And then after that, it was just how many we were going to score, but we got 3. But at the end of the day, a win's a win, 3 points, and wheels on the way home, and we stay in the competition for another day now. So yeah, so let's see. Right, so I'll get this guest in now, and it's good evening to you, Gordon. How are you?
Hi, Gordon.
Yeah, John, how are you doing?
Yeah, we're not too bad, mate. I mean, what's your obviously we're just bringing people on for a few minutes tonight at a time. So, Gordon, give us your thoughts on last night's game against Wales. Did you think it was a better performance from Friday, and what was your overall thoughts?
Yeah, well, I was thinking, where was his performance against USA last night?
Yeah,
because the first half was boring, but then the second half we just dominated. The second half could be 4-5.
Yeah, quite easily. I mean, who stood out for you last night in the England team?
I don't know. I'm just trying to think. I'm just thinking last night.
I mean, Rashford scored 2. Foden, Foden had a good game, didn't he? I don't think his corners were too great with it, but I mean, other than that, he's. I mean, what did you make of his corners, John? I mean, his corner taking weren't that great. I mean, when Trippier came on, why didn't Trippier take the corners?
I'm going to have to agree, man, because Kieran Trippier's corners, I saw a document, has been absolutely quality all the way. But look, at the end of the day, if you're going to take a corner, at least get it over into the 6-yard box, you know what I mean? But I've seen some quality of corners in this tournament, Tony. They haven't been great, haven't they? Do you know what I mean? Very disappointed with the quality of the corners, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
When you think of corner, you got to beat that first man.
Say it again, Gordon?
When you take a corner, you got to beat the first man.
Exactly, mate. Exactly, and we ain't done that, or most people haven't done that at all. Do you know what I mean? Just it's just the quality is the corner's been quite poor, but you've got to get in the 6-yard box or do something different. Do you know what I mean? Just do something different.
Like I said, the two players that made England better yesterday was Rashford and Foden. They made the difference.
Yeah, I mean,
the has been brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, Stone should have scored, shouldn't he? I mean, I think he really knew that as well. But I thought again the defence was strong again, especially Maguire and Stones. They're just having a good tournament again, aren't they, John?
I agree, man. I absolutely agree because I enjoy watching them. Do you know what I mean? And so I've got a problem with my system, Tony. Sorry, man. Because I've got a problem with my system.
Yeah. I was saying we're playing well as a defensive unit, John. I mean,
yes,
Stones and Maguire are looking good at centre-half for us, aren't they?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, obviously they played on Gareth Southgate as well, and he knows what to expect. But they seem to do well for England as well. I mean, look, they're not really being tested apart from the United States. But other than that, I think they're doing really well and defending properly. But the test now, Tony, comes at the latter stage, see how good they really are. And so far, so good.
Yeah, I mean, before we let you go, Gordon, I mean, what's your thoughts going into Sunday's game against Senegal, 7 p.m. on Sunday night? How would you see that game going? They haven't got Sadio Mane. He's out. Obviously, he was out before the tournament. They've got Mendy in goal. They've got Koulibaly at centre-half. They've got Ismail Assar. I mean, what's your thoughts on how we do on Sunday?
Well, I think we'll win, but you need to keep this team the same sort of 11 to last night for Sunday. If we do that,
would you not swap Walker for Trippier? Because I didn't think Walker played particularly well last night.
I'll tell you, yeah. I would, people got to think of Walker's been out for what, 2 months or something?
Yeah,
And he played his first game back in a while. He didn't play too bad, but he wasn't good. So I would take Walker out and put Trippier in just for his set pieces.
yeah.
Apart from that,
Yeah.
I'll keep the same team. Just Walker for Trippier.
And what scoreline are you going for, Gordon?
I'm going to go for 2-0 England.
2-0, that's a good shout.
I'm confident we'll get through to at least the quarterfinals.
Yeah. And depending how tonight's game goes between Argentina and Poland, Argentina have to win to top that group. If they don't win, they've got a potential second round against France. So that'll be interesting. France-Argentina won it.
That'll be a good game. I'll be watching that if that happens.
That's a potential game for the second round. So at least one big team will go. If, for instance, say it was Argentina and France, then, if I'm honest, for England, I would prefer Argentina through over France because I think we could beat Argentina more than France, if I'm honest. But then, hey, why not play anybody, you know? So, but yeah. But yeah, great to have you on tonight, Gordon, for your thoughts on that. And I've got other people that come on as well. So,
thanks for having us on.
Yeah, no worries, mate, no worries. And let's hope your prediction comes in on Sunday.
Fingers crossed, Tony.
Yeah, fingers crossed. See you later, mate. Thank you, Gordon.
Catch you there, guys.
Okay. You too,
Thanks.
Gordon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, that was Gordon. So yeah, I'll go through some comments there, John, and
yeah.
So Leslie says, agree with the head injury. Worked on Euro at Newcastle General Hospital. Head injuries are no joke, and decision to come off should be taken out the hands of the players. I totally agree with you on that one. Yeah, she's especially given the long-term impact. For his example, John Tudor, whose family are struggling to pay with his care. Yeah, exactly. I mean,
sad, man. I heard that.
It is sad. I mean, you look at Chris Kamara. I mean, look how great he was and funny he is on TV. And I've seen him recently on a couple of like quiz shows, and the guy does not look the same now. And it's such a sad shame to see the way he's declining. And, you know, this guy is one hell of a guy. I mean, he's fantastic. He brings a lot of entertainment. He likes to entertain people. And it's just so sad for what he's going through at the moment. And I wish him all the best.
Sad, man. I think Saudi Arabia is winning. Just scored, by the way. I think it's 1-0 Saudi Arabia. 1-0.
Oh, that's going to...
Oh, what I can see... That's...
BF Vacancies, I can see penalties against Senegal and a really pragmatic team. Let's hope it doesn't go to penalties. Let's hope we just win it in... We just want to go out there and win it in normal time.
Spot me. Exactly, Tony. That's what we want to see. No penalties, please. Please, please.
I think if I remember, the last African team we played in the knockout stage of the World Cup must be 1990, Cameroon.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I mean, we won 3-2. Roger Milla got one of the goals, didn't he?
And Lineker scored 2 penalties.
Absolutely well taken penalties, by the way. And they made a hard first self. They made a tough first self. You know what I mean? I mean, Africa played really well that day. And it looks like Argentina could be getting a penalty for the first VAR. They could. Just checking. But
yeah.
The one thing I will say as well, but yeah, it's going to be a test for us. But we've got a pretty good record against African teams as well, by the way. We do play them. But he's going to check it over. This could be a penalty for Argentina.
Oh, well, you know it's going to be, isn't it? Well, then Messi's going to score it, hasn't he?
He has to, hasn't he?
Oh, I Like Coffee says, what a great double save by Chesney.
Wow.
You must be watching behind on John, are you? Are you behind on it?
Yeah, I'm watching on this side. Me, I'm watching on my pad. because Chesney
right.
had his hand onto I think he knocked to someone's heat. Oh, that looked a penalty all day long. That's looked a penalty all day long. Honestly, there we go. Boosh. It's one of those things, right? It could be a penalty. It could not be a pen. If Chelsea generally went for the ball, then fair enough. But you missed it completely. I think you got the head first. This could be a penalty, guys. It's coming. He's gonna score it. Yes, penalty. Even the Polish manager knows it.
Does he? Yeah. It's been saved though, John.
It's been saved.
Yeah, that's what LA Coffee's just said. What a great double save by Chesney.
Wow.
Yeah, Leslie says penalty for Argentina. Penalty house as LA Coffee rigged. And Leslie says, yep, it's been saved.
Wow.
But yeah, it's this tournament's starting to. Messi's not looking great. He's making a mess tonight, isn't he?
He is, isn't he? He made another mess of the penalties as well.
He's in a bit of a messy tonight.
If you said Tony Messi World Cup doesn't work,
he doesn't play that well, John. That's the problem.
That's the problem. Great.
We saw
save.
the same for
what a save.
Yeah.
What a save. Wow.
Thing is, though, John, this is what the thing is. That penalty save could be all the difference now because, I mean, they have been
dominant. They've been dominant.
Yeah, but what they were saying today was apparently they're calling it the Lewandowski versus Messi showdown.
Yeah.
And they said, but what they're forgetting is there's other players on the pitch as well.
That's very, very true. That is very, very true, man. That is the thing. Lewandowski as well. You got Zelinski as well. You know, you got some good, decent there on show. Enzo Fernandez as well. You got Angel Di Maria. It's 34, 35 now. And you got Acuna. I like Acuna, left wing back as well. I think he's a decent run. He's 31 years old. I like him. But he should have scored as well. But you know what it is, Tony, right? I mean, that penalty miss could be vital.
Yeah, LA Coffee was laughing at that. And he says, no, the double save was before the penalty.
Before
but
that,
for the second save, Chesney's hand hit Messi's head and he gave a penalty for it. Yeah, it's a bit suspicious. So maybe justice was done. And maybe if you didn't think it was a penalty, then yeah, maybe justice was done. But you know, every time that referee goes to Monta, there's going to be some sort of penalty or decision or whatever he's going to make.
Exactly.
I mean, John, if we look at Wales for a moment, I mean, Gareth Bale came off at half time with an injury for Wales. Was a bit surprised that he was taken off, but I didn't realise it was for an injury. What's happened, John?
Oh, his missed kit. The cross came on the left-hand side. He played it on a 6-yard box, and all he has to do is to tap it. And he tried to blast it, and he totally missed kit.
Messi?
No, it was Di Maria, I think. I might be wrong. Why didn't Messi just put into the corner, low and hard?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, he came off, and then obviously and then Gareth Bale said after the game that he's still going to carry on and play for Wales if they want him to. I mean,
if they want him to.
Personally, John, do you think he should? Do you think he should call it a day with Wales? Same with Aaron Ramsey. Do you think they should both call it a day and let the youngsters come through? I mean, I think it's going to be a long while before they get back to a major tournament, John, if I'm honest. I can't see it in a hurry. I mean, Brennan Johnson came on for Gareth Bale and he done okay, but he wasn't great, was he? I mean, but there again, I think the way we were playing last night, I don't think anybody was going to be getting through us anyway. I mean, Pickford pulled off a terrific save as well against Wales when I can't remember who kicked the ball now, but it came in and Harry Maguire sort of headed back. I think it must have come off Kiefer Moore. And Harry Maguire sort of got his head on it and it went back over. And Pickford had to shift his foot and get over, but I thought it was a terrific save. I mean, he started to save it. But you can see with Pickford, he gets annoyed at the defence when they're not doing their job, and that's great to see from a goalkeeper because he's telling them I don't want all this carry on. I don't want them messing about and getting in the box. He was angry with them on Friday when the USA kept attacking as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, Chris says the officials are very keen to give Argentina penalties in this tournament. Yeah, aren't they just? And Leslie says Gareth Bale would be an asset behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. The thing is, like Gareth Bale, I don't think he's enjoyed this football, to be fair. I think, in my opinion, I think he should call it a day. Well, he's 33 now. He should call it a day because I don't think he's the same player. Though, what if he was that good, I'm sure European club would have been after him as well. Let's be real. That's why he went to MLS instead, just for like an easy time. I think if he could do it in Europe, he could have done it in an Italian league, maybe, but they couldn't afford his wages, or they could have done it. He could have gone to probably Spain or stayed in Spain and played there. But the bottom line is, Tony, right? I mean, he's been good in the past, but I just don't think his heart's there anymore because I think he wants to play golf.
Yeah, definitely, John. I mean, it's just one of those, isn't it? It's just absolutely, yeah. I don't think he's got any interest in football. I mean, he upset Madrid, didn't he, when he said Wales, golf, Madrid in that order?
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, look, I just think he's putting golf before football. But if I think Rob Pearce, if it's still going to be him, I think he should be, in my opinion. I think he should go for younger players like Brennan Johnson, give him a go as well, because you don't want to hinder his career because Gareth Bale's going to play it, do you know what I mean? But look, just give Gareth Bale like a coaching role sort of thing with the Welsh, do you know what I mean? And just go from there. But that is the thing. But sadly, I mean, Aaron Ramsey, I think he should call it a day as well because I don't think he's quick enough anymore. But if they want to carry on, then we have to respect that decision, Tony, and just see how they do in the next World Cup or next Euros sort of thing,
Yeah, absolutely, John. I mean, as the table stands at the moment in Group C, Poland are top, Argentina second on 4 points with a 1 goal difference. Saudi Arabia are third on 4 points, minus 1 goal difference. And Mexico are bottom on 2 points. I mean, Mexico's been very poor in this World Cup, John. I'm very surprised at Mexico. Are you?
In a way, I am, because they do play open attacking football. They got some good players there as well. They got that young lad who plays as a 10. They got a lad, Irving Lozano, who I rate very highly, plays in Napoli. I think he's been terrific. But he just, has had a great tournament as well. Look, they're good going forward, but it's just the end product as well. So I'm disappointed in Mexico. They should be doing a lot better than their form suggests. But as things stand, I think Poland just comfortable. Well, they're under the cost because it's all Argentina. It's all Argentina because they need to win. And if they do win, I still think Argentina will win this game anyway. But they got to take their chances. To get one of the goals in, then Poland will have to come out of them because at the minute, Poland's just sitting back for me and Argentina's just taking it to them. But yeah, I think Argentina will still score.
Yeah. We shall see, John. I mean, it's nearly half time there, isn't it? So that'll be in. But John, I think it'll be great though if Poland win that group because I'd love to see Argentina, France together because that'll be fantastic. That because one big team's going to go out in that second round then.
Absolutely, and that's how the draw is. I'm afraid, you know what I mean. That's how the draw goes. And if you've got to win your group stage, if you can, if you don't, you could face a tough one. Look at you got Holland against the United States. That'd be a cracking game. That will really be a cracking game.
That won't be easy for Holland, put it that way.
Exactly. I think USA will give it a right go. The midfield's going to be interesting. I mean, Gakpo is off to United, apparently, in January. So we missed out on him, by the way, because I could do with this player. We could do with this player, by the way. That guy is brilliant. 6'2".
How do you know he's gone? No. What's to say we don't come in with an offer, John, and he comes to us instead? I mean, it's not done and dusted. You can't sign players till January, so still plenty of time.
According to Macy and said that deal could be a done deal because they were definitely in for him, and apparently it's all done. That's what she reckons. She could be wrong, but I think it'd be interesting. But if he's going to leave PSV Eindhoven, I think he's probably going to Man United.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I mean, but do you know what it would be ironic, John? It would be very ironic if Argentina play France in the second round, Argentina win, we play them in the quarterfinals 36 years after Hand of God. That would be a fantastic time to play Argentina in the quarterfinals, beat them, get revenge for 36 years ago.
Absolutely. But this time, we're going to be winners, hopefully. We beat them in 2002, by the way, by a goal to no David Beckham penalty. That was sweet. That was very sweet. But
yeah,
this
absolutely.
time, let's hope we do it again. Let's hope we play them again in the quarters. And this time, we beat them good and proper. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Most people are saying our last night was boring or whatever. But at least our game had goals. I mean, you look at the Iran and USA game, there was only one goal in it, and it was probably, I don't know, I didn't see the game, but by what I read, it weren't a great game.
Well, I didn't watch it, so I can't qualify that, mate. But I heard it wasn't great.
No.
It's 0-0, by the way. 0-0 at Argentina.
At half time, yeah.
I think Argentina fans would be pretty okay, but that penalty should have been in.
What Argentina won't want is to be drawn in this game, say it gets towards 90 minutes. Because what they'll not want is Saudi Arabia to score. Because if Saudi Arabia score, Argentina's going out.
So they got to win by 2 clear goals to go through.
If it stays as it is now,
yeah.
If Argentina draw and Saudi Arabia win, Argentina are out, John.
Right.
Saudi Arabia don't have to make any goal difference as long as they win the game. As long as Argentina are drawn, Saudi Arabia are through. If they win.
Yeah, look at as it stands, Argentina's still second because they got a +1 goal difference and Saudi's got a -1 goal difference.
Yeah, but they're drawn at the moment. But if Saudi score, they'll have 6 points, John. They'll be above Argentina.
Oh, right. I get you.
So they would be above them. And they'll go above Poland, I think, as well, yeah. So
wow.
We'll go top. Saudi Arabia would finish the group winners. And Poland will go through second. Argentina will be going home tomorrow.
Exactly.
If Saudi Arabia
score. That'd be better. That'd be even better.
Wouldn't it be funny, John? Wouldn't it?
I love it, Tony. That'd be amazing, mate. That'd be so funny.
And then if Saudi Arabia win that, you'd have Saudi Arabia versus Australia in the second round.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
And then you'd have Poland, France in the second round. So, yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of conundrums could be happening tonight, John. I mean, it's interesting.
Absolutely, man. I'll tell you what, though. I mean, this World Cup, people say this has been the post-World Cup we've seen, but it's been some excitement.
Yes, there's been excitement, John, and, long may this continue as well. I'll just pop this on again. If you like what you see, then please hit the like button as it makes the channel more visible in the search. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button as it helps the channel grow and it's free to do. Finally, hit the bell button. That will notify you when I'm live or put a pre-recorded video on and any upcoming shows. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much indeed, guys.
Thank you very much.
So Chris says, Argentina could be put out by the hand of Szczesny. Yes, I love it, Chris. Love it.
Brilliant.
We've had the hand of God. I mean, absolutely brilliant. That I mean, yeah, he comes out with some crackers, does Chris? I tell you now. I mean, it's yeah. Absolutely. Well said, mate. Well said. Absolutely love it.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, if it happened, I mean, we got Argentina, like I say, we all know 36 years ago that happened.
Yeah.
and this clear handball. How did the officials miss that, John? I mean, it's how on earth did they miss that? Surely they would have saw Shilton's trying to punch the ball and the ball's gone over his head. How on earth he missed that?
I got no idea. Well, Theo, I wasn't there those days, mate. They weren't there those days.
Well, no, it wasn't, no.
But the linesman should have sorted that one out.
Yeah. He could have waved his flag and said, whoa, handball. I mean, most England players were shouting handball. The defenders in Shilton were all going up to the referee like handball.
Absolutely.
It's just... was the biggest cheat of all time, that was. And then after the game, when he said, oh yeah, it was the hand of God. So he admitted it after the game, but then obviously you can't change the result because the result stands. But
exactly. I mean, even own up to that as well, Diego, didn't he? So, I think that was wrong. I think that's cheating. I think it's out of order, even though he's a cracking player and in his time. But listen, one of the best players of all time, right, goes and does that. But if you look what happened in the very next minute, he scored one of the greatest goals in World Cup history.
Oh, John, without a doubt, it's one of the greatest goals in the World Cup. I mean, great goal, John, but he's just a downright cheat. And I'm sorry that spells that good goal for him, because it marks him down in history as a cheat. And Leslie says, they didn't miss it, Tony. We all know that. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
I remember watching. I was only 14 at the time. And I was sitting up watching it on a school night, and I mean, Lineker got a goal back, but by then it was too late. But
exactly, we could have leveled a back there. That cross from John Barnes, and I think Lineker just missed his header, didn't he? Just missed that target, didn't he?
Yeah, that was just so unlucky, John. Yeah, exactly.
Very unlucky.
So unlucky,
but unfortunately,
yeah,
it is what it is.
But I mean, that was just pure cheating in my eyes, John.
Exactly, that is not good at all. But it's gone now. There's little you can do about it. But we just got to crack on this time. We're gonna hopefully play Argentina again. This time we hope to smash them.
Well, we got revenge in the 2002 World Cup, didn't we? When we beat them by a David Beckham penalty.
Exactly, and it was a penalty, by the way, no doubt about it. And guess who played at the back that day for Argentina?
Yeah, Pochettino gave the penalty away, didn't he, against Owen?
He did. He wasn't a bad defender, man. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he wasn't, was he?
He wasn't a bad defender, but what a save from Seaman as well. Brilliant save as well late in the second half, which kept us, that made us won the game. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely, John.
But yeah.
I mean, Diego Maradona, yes, a good player, but he's got to be down as the cheat, unfortunately, John, and that's the sad part about it. I mean, that's the only part about that spurs him, the fact that he cheated his way through it. But let's just hope, if we do get Argentina in the quarterfinals, it's called payback again, John. That's what it's called.
Exactly, and make it a good payback, because our day will come. Our day will definitely come.
Oh yes, John.
Without
a doubt, John.
But
I mean, that was a good World Cup in Mexico. We did well in that World Cup as well to get the quarterfinals. I mean, we drew a first game. I think it was Morocco 0-0. And we were going out in that first round until we beat Poland 3-0 when Gary Lineker got a hat-trick.
Yeah, absolutely. First half hat-trick.
And then second round we got Paraguay and we beat them 3-0.
Yes.
Lineker and Beardsley.
Yes, and Lineker scored twice, did he? He scored one of the goals. He scored twice, I think.
Yeah.
Lineker.
Yeah. I mean, talking about that goal from Maradona, I mean, Yeah,
What can we
fantastic. Here
say?
it comes now. This is like, you know, this is class from a guy. June the 22nd, 1986. First one's The Hand of God, which we're all going to see now. So we all remember that one very well. How they missed that is just beyond me.
Unbelievable.
And there's
That shit
Shelton
is
shouting
gone.
handball. Look at Bobby Robson there.
I know.
And then this one is, it's going to be Country John. That's what this is. Look at the skill there. He just totally rocked through us, didn't he?
I know. Done.
What a goal that is. Yes, skill on that goal, John. Yes, goal of the century. Fantastic goal. But yeah, other than that, sad that his first goal made him look like a cheat,
Cheated. Can
Um,
you imagine if Harry Kane scored a goal like that now? I'm sorry, but that would have been gone in VAR.
Leslie says, wasn't he high on coke in that game too? I'm with you, Tony. Not my favourite player, and his legacy is completely tainted. I can't remember if he was in that game or not. I'm not sure. But like I say, it was a disgusting. It was just pure cheating in that game to do that, And if you're supposed to be one of the best players in the world, then you shouldn't have to resort to that sort of cheating, should you, John?
100%, man. 100% again. And you know what it is, right? You don't need to do this sort of thing, I can remember I watched the Maradona film, right? And it's well worth watching. It's absolutely fantastic, right? And in his latter career, I think it's the 1991 season, right? He got mixing around crowd. Taking drugs and stuff like that as well for the wrong people. Got him out of bed very, very late. He was high on drugs as well. Playing the music as well. It was so high, it was just unbelievable, right? And then Napoli said enough's enough, so they turfed him out. They'd been suspended as well. Then he went on to Sevilla on loan. And then after that, it just went downhill, mate. Went downhill.
Yeah. I'll bring this picture up on screen. This is basically what Leslie's on about. And this is the USA World Cup in 1994 after he scored his goal. There we go. Looking at that picture, you can see he was high on something. Even TV commentators, I remember at the time, picked up on that because that was a World Cup we didn't get to because thanks to Graham Taylor, we didn't qualify. But you look at that, and even commentators were saying straight away, hang on a minute. This guy looks like he's on something. Is he taking something? Because that doesn't look like somebody who's just scored a goal. That looks like somebody who's like way above. And
exactly.
When he was drug tested, he was full of. He had been taking non-recreational drugs. He'd been taking recreational drugs, and they banned him from the tournament straight away. And I think he left after that from Argentina, and rightly so, John. Yeah, you shouldn't be taking drugs. You can see the state of him.
Shocking, absolutely shocking, man. You can see that he definitely he was high on something, which is wow. I couldn't believe it, man. He scored a lot. It's a shame he scored a cracking goal as well in that game, but he had to be banned for that as well. He was done. He was done in football. Should have been done. Ended his career at Boca Juniors, as you well know. But look, Tony, what it is, right? I don't understand a world-class player in Diego. Why does he need a ticket? I just don't get it. I really don't.
I just don't understand that. Guys in the chat, what do you make of that? Did any of you see that game at that time? Because I watched that game, and when he scored that goal, and we come up to the camera, I just thought, what is he doing? And I thought, hang on, looks like he's been on something. And it was proven he was on something. I mean, Leslie says, remember when Paolo Di Canio caught the ball in one game to put a bad decision? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. And when he passed away last year, I thought, my God, I couldn't believe one of the greatest of all time. He passed away over, tell a lie, nearly 2 years ago, yeah? Just over 2 years ago. And
Yeah, they reckon it
what
was a complication in the hospital, wasn't it, or something?
yeah, definitely complicated, exactly. And they just couldn't save him at all. But when I heard that news, I could not believe it, man. I could not. It shocked us, Tony. It shocked us.
Was a shock, John. I mean,
Oh,
Gary's
yeah.
saying, he says, I've missed most of the show because my phone's not charging properly, lads. Oh, God, Gary. I hope you can get charged up, mate. And then, if not, Gary, you'll just have to watch it on catch up, mate. Sorry that your phone's been playing up on you. I know what it's like. Leslie says, yeah, you're right, Tony. And Chris says, Coke was sponsors at the World Cup, but Maradona took it to the extremes.
Yeah.
And Leslie's
Wow.
laughing. Again, Chris has come out with another blinder again.
Oh, brilliant, man. Absolutely.
This is like, yeah. But I mean, yeah, he was just terrible, wasn't he, in that world? I mean, to be like that, such a shame for a talent of him to do things like that, to have a handball, taking drugs. It's just not really in the spirit of the game. And
you don't see
it's
Messi
just
doing that.
No, absolutely not. And it's just such a shame. I mean, did you see Ecuador weren't happy about the World Cup, John? At FIFA because they wanted an extra number on their shirts.
Yeah.
So what they wanted to do, John, is because so Ecuador have officially retired their number 11 shirt, which was Christian Benitez.
Yeah.
At the World Cup, they asked, instead of having a number 11, could they have a number 27? Because they've retired the 11 shirt. And FIFA said, no, you can't.
They don't care, Tony. They don't really care at all whatsoever. It's ridiculous. How on earth? They just got no compassion at all whatsoever. Do you know what I mean? I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it.
Argentina 1-0, John, says Leslie.
They must have scored early then.
Oh, come on, Poland. Put your finger out then.
They're going to have to now, because they want to stay in this competition now. I think
the Brighton player, Alexis McAllister, scored.
Alexis McAllister. I tell you what, he'll be a decent player for Newcastle, by the way, in future years, you know.
46th minute.
What a finish. What a finish.
Good goal, John.
Finish. Lovely finish. He scuffed it, mind. He kind of scuffed it. It's just crept into the far post and off the post, and then it went.
I mean,
Lewandowski is disappointed, of course.
Yeah, he's going to be, isn't he? I mean, that changes the dynamics now.
It changes everything. That means they won't be playing France. They'll probably be playing it's Australia.
Yeah.
Oh, they took it offside. Oh, that's interesting. This is very interesting.
Are they?
Very interesting. I'll have to look at another angle. I think they carry it on anyway, so that should be okay. That should be fine. Oh, Jesse got down a bit too early there.
Is it offside, John, is it?
When they played on the right, I mean, I think it might be okay.
Are they checking it on the VAR?
They're not checking it yet, but I think that might be okay. I think it'll be fine.
I mean, as it stands in that group, I mean, say, for instance, they go on and beat Poland, say, 3-0, then the Saudis get a draw. They could go through ahead of Poland.
Wow.
because that would push Poland to -1.
Yeah, Saudi
But the
Arabia.
Saudis would go, but then the Saudis would probably go through because I don't know, they might not. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work, John. I don't know how they'll work it because they'll probably be both level, so it might go on number of bookings maybe.
Could well be. But Poland need a draw.
Yeah.
But
Well,
some
Poland need a win because they don't want to get. Because even if they get a draw and the Saudis win, the Saudis go above Poland.
That's very true. I think they need to score twice. I thought Poland was very cautious. Lewandowski didn't get anywhere near the ball at all whatsoever. And Martinez is just a spectator.
Yeah. I mean, if Mexico win, John, if Mexico win, they go on 4 points, but they're on -2, their goal difference. So they need a big swing.
I tell you what, Acuna studs up, 1 foot studs up from behind. I tell you what, he's definitely booked for that. And he's very lucky not to get a red because that was a studs up tackle from behind.
Do you think VAR will check that, John? They might do.
Nah. That's what they haven't done that, haven't they? They only overruled once at Hennessy.
Yeah. Leslie says, I wonder if Acuna's related to our Clarence.
Oh, close Poland, header just wide.
So Poland are fighting back then.
Well, they had a chance of header. Look at the header now. Oh, just wide.
Gosh.
Just wide for that header. So it's still 1-0 to Poland.
Yeah.
And as things stands, Argentina top, Poland second. That means you're right. If Argentina wins 3-0, then Saudi Arabia will go through.
Yeah. Could well do, John. It's going to be very interesting, isn't it? That's for sure.
Exactly. But Poland way on top.
I'm not sure if the Acuna for Argentina is related to Clarence Acuna, who played for Newcastle, is he?
Nah, he's not. I'll be amazed. Because you got to understand, Acuna, he was, is it Chilean?
Chilean.
And Acuna, he's Argentine. So I don't think they're related.
Yeah.
No. But it's going to be good. Yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen to the channel tomorrow. I'm going to do my channel tomorrow, sort of thing. I don't know what I'll be doing. But we've done everything. We've done player ratings. We've done quite a few, haven't we? We've done a lot. And I may do a transfer update. I've done the left side. For me to do maybe do the right backs or left back sort of thing. Because I haven't done those yet. But
Leslie says that explains it then, laughing about Acuna.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. I tell you what, Mauro Icardi, right? He's in the spot of bother, isn't he? So for his wife just left him.
Has she?
Yeah, apparently, because he's been cheated on that sort of thing. You know what I mean? Mauro Icardi. Since he went to PSG, he hardly played football, and he hardly played any football, didn't he? Do you know what I mean? He's 29-year-old, Argentinian. I like him. I do like him. But he had opportunities to move away from PSG. But at the end of the day, the one thing I will say, right, he needs to be playing. Well, he's at Galatasaray as well. And Galatasaray on a season-long loan.
Yeah.
And if he is going to leave, he'd probably head back to Italy. Up in the Premier League. Well, I'm afraid to say they've done it. And
sorry, John.
He ain't done that bad actually. He's out on loan. He's 22. He's played 6 games, scored 4 goals.
Wow. It's very interesting, isn't it?
Very interesting. I mean, we don't want baggage. I will say he's a class player. Him. Oh, that's close. Yeah, what I'm saying is, right, I mean, like some of these players, so I'm just quite happy to pick up their wages, like at PSG.
Yeah.
He was happy to do that until they picked him up, like, you know. But look at Ekiteke, who was after him in January last year, right? They would have come to us. He's getting games now for PSG, so they looked after him, so he's going to get games. But Messi's on the run. Oh, this is on. Oh, it's a corner. No, it's a goal kick. He fluffed it up.
I mean, there's one, guys. There you go. There's Clarence Acuna against Sunderland. Oh, that's a while ago.
Absolutely.
How did you rate him, John? Clarence Acuna?
I like him. I mean, he works hard for the team, doesn't he? I mean, he's not world class, but he just basically, like, you get stuck in. He's just a tackler, really. That's all he is. But that's all he is, mate. He's just a tackler. And Arshade through. No, I think Poland defended well. Or have they still get it, man. Di Maria's on the ball. But yeah, so look, I like Acuna. But you know, he didn't play much for us though, didn't he?
He didn't, no. He didn't at all, John, no. But like you say, he did all right, didn't he?
Done all right. He's done fine. And I mean, it's just didn't play enough games.
Yeah. I mean this guy. Sorry, John. Yeah.
And since he only had 3 seasons though, did he? Yeah, 3 seasons with us, didn't he? So, well, 3.5 really, because he went to Argentina, and went and played for Rosario Central, I believe.
Oh, I mean, I'll bring this player on screen. I mean, this guy was a bargain signing, John, at £250,000, especially for a centre half as well. And there we go. Nikos Dabizas. What a centre half, John. And that was his goal against Sunderland when he took his shirt off.
Exactly. He didn't get booked for it though, did he?
No, because he didn't get booked back then, John.
Nah, he didn't. He didn't. But I tell you what, you should have scored a couple before that, by the way. He's just taking it to Sunderland. You know what I mean? He was like he was playing up front. But do you know what it is? That guy was absolutely brilliant. I mean, marks out of 10 wise, I'll probably give him an 8.
Yeah.
I'll give him an 8 out of 10. Because not quite a 9, because sometimes he's got a mistake in him, which is a bit frustrating. But
yes,
definitely an 8 out of 10 for Dabizas to me.
But yeah, I mean, Dabizas was good at
2-0. It's 2-0 Mexico, mate.
Is it?
Yeah, direct free kick into the top corner.
Oh.
Now this is interesting, people. If they get another goal now, right? Let's be real. This is because they're level Argentina as things stands, but this is very interesting. They got the 2 goals. I think Argentina need to score another one, really.
Mexico could do with 2 more goals to go through.
Exactly, when they got 2. And I tell you
it's
what,
it's looking grim for Saudi Arabia, isn't it?
It is now. Like, they're not going to make it now. Like,
see, John, they should have took that chance on Saturday and put that penalty away.
Exactly. Otherwise, it would have been all right. But it would be okay. But nah, you know what it is? It goes to show you got to take the opportunity, and they just haven't. This is very interesting. This.
Leslie says, "Take care. See you on the next one. We'll catch up later." All love Dabizas. Thanks, Leslie.
You got Les.
But yeah, he was good, Dabizas. I mean,
he is really good. He defends properly at times, but got mistaken, and that is the thing. As group stands, Arsenal still top. This is how things stand, yeah. If it stays like this, cool. But if Mexico scores another goal, that'd be very interesting.
Yeah.
But Poland need to come out and have a go because at the minute they're just not doing out of ball. It's apart from a header that went just past the post. Oh, by the way, I booked myself a flight to Italy, mate, on week Sunday for 3 nights.
Have you?
Yep, I'm going to I debate to stay in Milan for a couple of days, or I'm going to stay at Bergamo for a couple of days. I'm going to swing to Bergamo because I'm not done that city yet, so I'm going to look at Bergamo
Yeah.
and then do Italy on Monday. I was going to do Verona, but the last said I'm not going there, not until she comes with us next year.
Yeah.
Which
So
is
you're
fair enough.
going for a few nights, are you, John?
Just for a few nights, mate. So that means I'm gonna have to miss me live streams for a couple of nights. You know what I mean? And also as well that it's gonna be a few nights away from the stream as well. So I'll probably do like shorts as well while I'm in Italy. Can I still do shorts and phone live from Bergamo and just have to
Yeah, of course you can.
I'll probably have to do record a transit update. James Richardson style.
Yeah.
Remember him? James
Yes, I
Richardson,
do, John.
big milkshake and all this pastas and all this. Oh
Yeah.
man, do that.
Yes,
live
another
stuff.
player I'm going to put on. Yes, another player from the past I'm going to stick on, John, as well. I mean, we all remember this guy. He did work hard. I think we spent about 150 grand on him, John, back in '93. And the first from his country to ever play in the Premier League as well. Can you guess who it is?
Because 150k. And what year is this?
Yeah. 19. It was the first one from that country to ever play in the Premier League.
Okay, in Italy, yeah.
No, in the Premier League in England.
Okay.
He was the first from that country to play in the Premier League in England, yeah.
In Italy, yeah.
No, in England. He played for us, John, against Newcastle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Can't be Dave Kelly was saying with us. I don't know. Go on. I'll let you.
There you go. The first Cypriot, Nicky Papavassiliou.
Yes. Can remember him. What do you think
Remember
he is,
him, John?
I do. He is Aries.
He done the job what he was meant to do, wasn't he? I mean, I think, did he come from EPOL Nicosia, I think?
Yeah, he did. Nicosia.
Yeah. But, he was a grafter, John.
Again, one world class, but he's done the job. And
look at that shirt, John. That was fantastic, wasn't it? That ASIC shirt.
Absolutely. That's a beautiful shirt there, by the way. But one thing I will say on that one as well. And again, look, I mean, are they going to get that shirt back? Are they going to put that to Newcastle banner back again? I can't see it personally, but
No,
be interesting.
I don't think we'll go back to it. What's happening, John?
McAllister nearly got a second, but he shot straight at Chesney.
Gary says, well, didn't expect to watch along. Carry on, John Law.
We should have done a live watch along tonight between Poland and Argentina. We could have done that tonight on your channel, or my channel, really. But at the end of the day, there's so many people doing it, mate. There's so many people doing it, I think
That's
Paul might have done it as well. And we just, again, we know, just can't do it, you know what I mean? And
no.
It's
Gary
a shame.
says, I like the way John last said, you're not going there, lol. Oh, when you said to Verona. Are you going Ryanair, John, are you?
Going Ryanair, man. Guess how much the flight cost?
Cheap.
30 quid. Return.
What is that with your seats and everything, or without your seats?
That's with seats. Just a flight return with your seats as well. So you just pay for your ticket, and the seats you just sit anywhere.
Are you not paying for your seats, John? You're just going to wait till they allocate you one in the middle, are you?
Yeah, they're going to allocate the seats. I can't see the point of paying because it's not going to be full, but just get there and just go to jump off to Bergamo and then get a hotel there, sort of thing. You know what I mean? So it's going to be really good.
Are you taking a cabin bag with you?
Yeah, take me small cabin bag with us. I'm not going to take a big bag with us. I'm going to take a small cabin bag with us, and
So so are you paying for like priority boarding with that cabin bag, or just paying for your bag separately?
No, just place that separately. That's it, mate. Just take one bag
Yeah,
and that's me. That's it.
it's not
But
bad, is it, John? No, 30
it's,
quid.
I know, 30 quid, man. That is so amazing.
They're all right, Ryanair, John, as well. To be fair, they're not that bad.
I know. I mean, I don't understand why people are kicking off right now. Oh, they're not that good, not that good. But you're just paying for the flights, you know what I mean? You're not there to live. You're not going to stay there. You're just going to pay for your flight, a couple of hours. That's it.
Yeah.
And it's 25 past 7. I've got to leave at 25 past 7. So get there for about 25 past 10 Milan time, Italy time. So
Is that evening or morning, John?
Morning.
Morning.
And then
So
drop me
you've
stuff.
got the full day.
Got the full day. Drop me stuff off and then get myself sorted out, sort of thing. Go out on look around the city, sort of thing as well. It's going to be freezing cold. I know that's a fact. So I had to wrap up warm. So I got my thick jacket to go around as well, my fur jacket. So I might do a little clip as well, and like do a little transfer update from Bergamo, and just go from there. Or I may just take some vlogs as well in Italy, what I've been up to and stuff. And I don't know if I can do that on a football channel. That's the thing. I could.
You could do. You'll have to go and visit the stadiums, John. San Siro.
Yes, that's a
And
good
do a
shout.
vlog out there with your tune top on.
Absolutely. The thing is, so there's no Serie A games. There's Serie A B games. Definitely Serie A B games I can do. Do you know what I mean? But
you could go to San Siro. Could you not do a stadium tour, John?
that's a great shout, mate. That's an absolute great shout. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
Do
I
a
could
stadium tour in the San Siro and do some footage when you're in there.
Absolutely. I mean, I would love to do that. Whether I get that chance, got no idea. But I think that's a good shout, Tony. I think I may just do that. Do you know what I mean? Do it on a Monday. Or I may
Is it
go
expensive
to
in Milan, John, or is it cheap enough?
it's expensive in Milan. It's so expensive. Some places in Milan, it is such an expensive place to go. Restaurants could be expensive. Hotels are expensive as well. That's why I'd rather go to stop at Bergamo this time, like I've never done that before. So it's a beautiful, beautiful city. All ends up. And I'm definitely going to check that out, sort of thing, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, Viking says John has an office at the San Siro transfer department.
oh man, that'd be amazing.
He used to have one there, but he got sacked because he couldn't get Botman over the line.
That's my job. That's my job, and I feel miserably.
You feel miserably, John.
Very disappointed. Very disappointed in myself, you know what I mean? But there are also Serie A B games on the 11th of December, which I could go to when I go there. I mean, Valencia's on the other side. It's 3 o'clock kickoff, by the way. So I'll land 25 past 10. I'll probably be in the room by, say, 11:15, hopefully. The one I could go to, I could go to the game between Como, Regina. Regina in second place in Serie A B. Como are lower mid-table, struggling against the drop as well. Jess Fabregas plays at Como now. Dennis Wise is one of the directors at Como now.
Go in there with your tune top on, John. Say, hi, you poison dwarf. Look.
Absolutely. Good idea. Good idea. And I could go to a Monday night game at Brescia against Parma, 7:30 kickoff. But if I'm going to go, I have to get a train back straight after the game. Whether the run's on time, I don't know. But it'll be very interesting. But I think I should find a way where I can do that Brescia game, Brescia against Parma, because I've never done Brescia. It's just a shame it's a night game. Do you know what I mean? The atmosphere there is really, really good. A curve as well, so always packed behind the goal, which is good. 2-0 to Argentina.
Is it?
2-0.
Mexico had a goal disallowed 9 minutes ago for offside.
Wow.
But they're still pushing this in. Look, going to Sky, they're saying Mexico look unrecognisable from the 2 games that they've played already.
Wow. They must have played better then.
Yeah, so Poland are now level on goal difference.
Yes. It's Alvarez
So
got the goal.
if Mexico score a third goal, they go to second place.
I believe so.
And they've got 26 minutes to do it.
Still time. Alvarez has got the goal. Man City.
Alvarez,
I tell you what, I'd love to again. I would have gone southern Italy sort of thing for a couple of days, like get a flight to Rome and then go for Rome to say Bari.
Yeah,
I would have done. I've been to Bari before. Absolutely loved it there, but it's a big place, but there's just no jobs whatsoever, Tony. But I think stay in Northern Italy and just go to stay there. Probably do on a Monday. I'd probably don't know. I mean, I know they got. I may do a couple of towns as well on Monday, sort of thing. I may do Milan on Tuesday. Oh, this is going to be a goal shootout. If Argentina scores again, then Mexico go above Poland. This is very interesting. This.
So they've got it, have they? No. Mexico are still going for it.
They're giving it a right go, are they?
Yeah. I mean, they're saying on Sky, just when you thought the World Cup, you'd seen all its upbeat bunk as this World Cup group has sprung another surprise. Argentina taking the 2-goal lead over Poland means it's Poland and Mexico level on points and goal difference. So all it means is that Poland would qualify in second by virtue of having fewer yellow cards, unless there is another twist. So if Mexico score a third, they go above.
Or if Argentina score again.
Argentina score third, they go above. But if it stays as it is, Mexico go out on virtue of having more yellow cards. That is unbelievable, isn't it, John?
Exactly. I tell you what, Tony, I may just do a San Siro Stadium tour. Tours leaves regularly within these hours. There are no or only few tours on match days, and different opening times can apply for the museum. Bookings are not required, but can be made online through Viva Ticket. Cost €17 or €7 for access to the museum only. I think I may just on Monday, Tony. Oh, Sharon, save us, Chesney.
Oh, he's keeping them in the World Cup, isn't he, Chesney? But it's out of his hands. Did you get that, John, out of his hands?
We should have done a watch along to that on my channel, man. We should have done it.
We should have probably, yeah.
But at the end of the day, all you have to do, don't do it on yours, do it on my channel, sort of thing. Just say how you do it, like, do you know what I mean? But I know Billy's doing on his own Paul's channel to review and eat, like, so yeah. So big up to Billy for doing it, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Does well, Billy, doesn't he?
I love Billy to bits, man. He was on He was on my channel yesterday. Tony and Billy and Gemma.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a San Siro.
You got to, John, and then take some footage when you're in there and just.
I will take the cameras as well. Take me phone as well, and just tell us all about. And it could be for Milan and Inter.
Sky, you've just said, what a chance for Mexico. Martin blasts a volley over from inside the penalty area, and he didn't need to hit it with that much power. If he had took the power out of it, it would have been in the back of the net.
Wow.
So it looks like Mexico are really going for it against Saudi Arabia. It's a shame for Saudi Arabia because they've done well to beat Argentina, but they're going out the World Cup now, aren't they? So
exactly.
I just think, you look at things and you think if they'd scored that penalty against against Poland, rather, things might have been totally different for Saudi Arabia. But that's the thing, you don't take your chances, John. Then I'm afraid
The 1-on-1. I'll change 1-1 Fino! Just sign that in there for goal kick. Alvarez, 1-on-1. The keeper slightly on the right hand side. He went for power, and then it might hit the post and gone out. He was definitely onside. Just look at it again. He's through, hit the post. No, post side netted as well. I think he hit the post and side. Oh, side netted. Side net. Oh, that's a rare chance.
Nick Wright, the Sky Sports reporter, is saying about Argentina. He said, somehow he hasn't yet scored himself, but it's a passing masterclass from Messi tonight. It's fantastic to watch.
Exactly. It's not what that penalty miss. He ain't gonna bother about that now. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
He ain't bothered about that. But when it comes to bigger games, they'll concentrate more. But look, still, 17 minutes to go in this game?
Yeah.
Yeah, should have done a watch along and eat but the question is, who's on tomorrow? I mean, Brazil's not on tomorrow.
No.
They played, didn't they?
Who, Brazil? Yeah, they don't play on Friday, do they? It's Friday they play, John, Brazil. Yeah, tomorrow you've got Canada, Morocco, Croatia, Belgium. I mean, they're 3:00 kickoffs. Then you got Costa Rica, Germany.
Yeah.
And Japan and Spain. I mean,
good choices there.
I mean, Croatia could knock Belgium out the World Cup tomorrow because
quite capable,
I can't see Canada getting anything out of Morocco. So Morocco will definitely qualify. So Croatia will know that they'll need to stop Belgium winning to go through.
Exactly. Can you imagine Belgium going home? That's another thing. They could be out of the competition, man.
I think Martinez will be gone then, John.
I wouldn't put it past it, mate. I wouldn't even put it past it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't put it past it.
I mean, the thing is, if Germany don't beat Costa Rica, I mean, you expect Spain will beat Japan, but then Spain could just say, you know what, we're going to rest a few players.
Yeah, I think Spain needs to win that game as well to qualify. So they may want to play the strongest team just to make sure they do it.
Yeah, but that goal difference, John, there's nobody's going to stop that goal difference. That's the thing. They've got a +7.
That's the thing, because this is it. Because Germany needs to score plenty against Costa Rica just to get through. But they're hoping Spain to win.
Costa Rica can be a stubborn side, though, John.
They can be. I mean, it's been proved against Japan.
Yeah, I mean, Japan should have beat them, really, John. They were very wasteful, Japan.
That's
how
the
they
problem.
didn't... How Japan didn't beat them is beyond me. But
you're right.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy.
At the moment, Poland are going through on fair play points. Because Poland have got 4 yellows where Mexico has 7.
So it's not going to go for on goal difference then, no?
No. Because they've got identical.
So if Argentina score the third, so confusing. It really is.
3 minutes ago, Mexico won a free kick in exactly the same position from where Chavez scored. Can he do it again? No, he doesn't. Saved by Alloway. He flies to his right and parries a free kick, which is flying at the top corner. Chavez went for the other side this time.
Wow. So it doesn't matter then. So even if Mexico score another goal.
Yeah, if Mexico score another goal, they go through.
Oh, right. So at the minute, it goes down less yellow cards, but it's going to be another twist in this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I get you. I get you now. I get you, Lou.
Yeah.
I think I'm really gonna definitely gonna do something about this tour. Gonna do Milan tour. Probably do it on a Monday.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to put
And
this
then-
on again.
then spend quality time doing that.
Yeah. If you like what you see, then please hit the like button, as it makes the channel more visible in the search. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, as it helps the channel grow and it's free to do. Finally, hit the bell button. That will notify you when I'm live or put a pre-recorded video on and any upcoming shows. Thank you very much. Yeah, so guys, we're going to start wrapping up now. It's been a good show. Great result last night for England against Wales, and we still keep the bragging rights. And I mean, John, did you like the way the England fans were chanting at Wales? I mean, did you like their chant saying you're going home in the morning and Wales getting battered everywhere they go?
Yeah, I loved it. Absolutely love it. Absolutely brilliant. You know what I mean? But oh man, it's just fun. Absolutely brilliant. You know what it is? Like, keep it going. Our fans are brilliant when
absolutely.
we win.
Yeah, they are.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, John, do you want to let everybody know where they can find you on your socials, mate?
Yeah, man. Thanks very much indeed for having us on. It's John.
Yeah, no problem, mate.
So you can catch us. You can catch us on Twitch, John Sinclair TV. You can find us on Facebook, exactly the same, John Sinclair TV, and also on YouTube. If you like to like us on Instagram, then it's John Sinclair 50. And if you like to follow us on social media, it's John_NUFC 42. And if you haven't subscribed, then please give it a like, give a subscribe as well. I do watch-alongs, I do previews, reviews, all Newcastle content, a little bit of World Cup as well. Also do the previews, reviews, and rash reactions as well, player ratings, and other things as well. So just hit that subscribe button, people.
Yeah, thanks very much, John. Thank you. So yeah, you can find me at TonyTony31 on Twitter. Follow me and I'll follow you back. Also, you can find me on my channel, which is It's All Black and White TV. Shows I've got coming up. I'm going to be back in less than an hour, so I'll be back at 9:30 with me World Cup roundup. I think it's turned out to be a show that everybody likes to watch now. So I'll be back with the World Cup roundup at 9:30. So we'll round up today's games again and look ahead to see what we've got tomorrow coming up in games wise. Not sure what show I've got on tomorrow night at the moment, but I will definitely come back to you with that one. So watch this space. But yeah, so I'm putting it out there. But yeah, the World Cup roundup will be on every night throughout the World Cup at 9:30 every night. And the last one will be obviously the 18th of December, which will be the final. And I mean, I'm just wondering, I'm just looking for some feedback off people as well, whether to do a, when we've got match days and fans are travelling. I mean, I don't know if to do a match day breakfast, show in the mornings and on the day of a match day. And so I'm working on that one. So I'm not sure at the moment, but I'll work on that one and find out. If not, I may just do a Premier League roundup on the evening. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. And yeah, absolutely brilliant. And Chris has said, great show, Tony and John. Cheers, Chris. Thanks very much, mate. Thank you so much. So yeah, guys. So like I say, if you like what you see, hit the like button. It really does help the channel. Go up the search settings. Also, hit that subscribe button. It really does help the channel grow. I'm up to 147 now. So 3 away from the magical 150. So I'd love to get to 150 before the weekend if possible. That would be absolutely fantastic. And also hit the bell notification. That'll tell you when I put a pre-record on, or I've got a live one on late tonight, or any upcoming shows. So yeah, thank you very much. And thank you for coming on as well, John Allah.
Thank you, mate. Tony. Really enjoyed it, my guy. Really enjoyed it.
Lovely. Thanks, John. So yeah, guys. So from us, it's good evening. Have a nice evening. But I will be back in around 50 minutes time. So thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you shortly. Bye-bye for now. Take care.